Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, back with another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Hypno, who is another psychic type. This Pokemon kinda looks humanoid. It's got like a humanish shaped body, and it's wearing, it's got like this fluff around the neck, so it kind of looks like it's wearing a fluffy collar. And it's got pointy ears, and it's carrying, it looks like a coin on a chain, but like the center of the coin isn't there. So it looks like a donut shaped coin on a chain. And I guess it's to hypnotize you. And I don't really know why, but I thought of a psychologist when I saw this Pokemon. Again, I if you've been to any of my videos, you know I made this list last year. Basically all in one go for all of this year. So yeah, a lot of these ideas are kind of like I'd already thought of a bajillion different ideas. I was trying to come up with new, curious, inventive ones, I guess. And I don't know, sometimes therapy includes a little bit of hypnosis. So yeah, I thought I would try and build a psychologist office or a therapy office or something mental health related, where we can come here and chat with people and work through some issues and whatnot. I won't lie to you guys, this build is lost. It disappears. It's gone forever, unfortunately. Because yet again I did not save, and yet again my game crashed. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get into the habit of saving, and the worst bit is there's been a couple of times where I've hit escape one too many times, and the save button pops up, and I never pressed it. Not once. So the next build, I think I saved it like 87 times. That one for sure is saved and uploaded and all good. So this is another build that I have to unfortunately rebuild at a later date. Which is again super unfortunate because I have to try and recreate it as close as possible for, I'm recording all of the packs that I've used. Thankfully, I've still got the footage, so I can, look at the footage and be like, okay, here is what I did, here's what I put in, I can see that I use, okay, here's a base game carpet, alright, that's base game, but the flooring, okay, I'm pretty sure that's, I don't know, maybe for rent or something. There is some, I think there's a dine out maybe, I don't know, like it's trying to recreate it. It's gonna take a while, but I think it'll actually take me quicker than what I did trying to figure this build out to begin with, because I do go through quite a number of changes. Because I do want to keep all of the information there. I want to know all of the builds I've done, all of everything I've put in the builds and whatnot. Because yeah, like I said, I am recording that. I'm going to put it into a program that will do some statistical analyses for me, and then hopefully, yeah, I'd be able to just get that sort of stuff analysed in a way where I don't have to try and manually do it. I would not manually do it for sure. But even using Excel or Google Sheets, it's not gonna be as in-depth as what I want. So I'm definitely going to get a statistical analyses program. I already got one in mind. I haven't used it, but I've used one very similar to it, because at uni I needed to use it, and they had the program at uni, so I would use it at uni. But yeah, basically what I'm doing at the moment is recording all of the packs and kits that are used. I'm also recording when the packs and kits were released, so I will black them out for the dates that they weren't released. And then you also can kind of tell when I started using them, because when I bought them, because they'll be released and then there'll be a couple of days and then there'll be me using it. I don't always buy packs and kits straight off the bat. Usually I don't. And this year I have not bought them straight off the bat unless I have had a Twitch payout, basically. I'm using, the Twitch money to buy the packs and kits, and I do feel like that's a lot smarter in my books, because, yeah, then I have other money to, do life things and pay for things to exist and live in this world. And then I know that, like, a kit, okay, it's what, like $8 Australian, it's $7.95 Australian dollars. That just means I don't buy chocolate milk for a day, really. Well, technically for 2 days. But I happen to like chocolate milk, and this way I get to have a little bit of both. Although, I'll be honest with you guys, I've not had chocolate milk in a little while, and I think I need to change that. I think I need to go down to the shops and get some, because it's been way too long, and by way too long, I mean just over a week. I'm mildly addicted to it. It's like people who, like, get up in the morning and they're like, don't talk to me before I've had my coffee. I mean, I'm the same with my tea in the morning, but I need my chocolate milk. Yeah, it's my happy drink. It makes me happy. And a lot of people will be like, oh, that's a kid's drink. You know what? If that's a kid's drink, I don't care. I'll drink it. I love it. It's also really good for you after exercising. So if you, like, go to the gym, I've heard that, yeah, it's very, very good for you to, like, it's got the right amount of all the things that you need after the gym, which made me really happy when I was going to the gym, because it was an extra excuse to have chocolate milk, and it was, like, encouraged to have chocolate milk. I no longer go to the gym because I didn't really see or feel any difference in myself other than being more tired afterwards. Like, yes, I would sleep really well sometimes, but, if I go for a walk during the day, it's the same effect. So for me, I personally don't see the need to sign up for a gym just to have, like, I can go for a walk for free. I just have to go outside. I know that outside thing is big and scary, but, if I go do that, it's done. It's easy. It's simple. I've got it sorted, and I sleep better, and also when I go for a walk, it does mean I can go walk to go get some chocolate milk. But yeah, I do try and walk often, but I'll be honest with you guys, recently I have not been walking that much. And I've also not been sleeping that well, so there is a little bit of correlation there. So yeah, I think after this video, I will set it to upload, and I'm gonna go for a little walk to get some chocolate milk, because I did not do that yesterday. I did go on a walk yesterday, but I forgot to bring my purse with me, my wallet, my whatever. And I know a lot of people have their wallets and stuff like that on their phone, or they have, like, the card in their phone case or whatever, but I do not, because otherwise, every single time I go out, I will bankrupt myself with how much chocolate milk I buy. So yeah, I don't wanna do that. So yeah, I kind of half accidentally, half intentionally left it at home when I went for the walk. Sometimes I'll even leave my phone at home too, but that's only if I know that other roommates are home and I'm with a roommate who has their phone, so if anything goes wrong, like, there's someone to have a phone, but it's a good moment for me to disconnect. And Onion, the roommate who I usually go on my walks with, doesn't have, like, yes, he's got his phone, but he's not on it, he's not using it, he's just existing in his little sphere, and I'm existing in mine, and we're just walking, and it's good and nice and healthy just to get outside, get some fresh air, walk around, stretch, and disconnect from technology a little bit, last week I went to a wedding, and it was in a rural property, and it meant that I did not really have access to internet, phone technology, that sort of stuff. And I was really happy with that, I found a little window seat at the little place we were staying, and I would get up every morning and make myself, I say every morning, we were there for 2 mornings, 2 nights. Like, we arrived in the afternoon of the first day, and we left sort of middle of the day of the third day. So yeah, two nights, 3 days, but 2 mornings. We weren't there for the first morning. So yeah, for the first and second morning that we were there, the second and third day, I should say. I'm confusing it. Basically, the 2 mornings that I was there, I would make myself a little cup of tea, and they had different tea varieties, so they didn't have the one I usually pick. So I tried 2 different ones, and I think I like English breakfast, but I don't like Earl Grey. I think that's what I figured out. But it could be the other way around, but I'm pretty sure I like English breakfast. And yeah, I'd have my tea, I'd knit, and you know, at that point in that house, I did have access to the internet, but like it was just really nice, you know. I was just sitting there knitting away and enjoying myself. And on the last day, on that morning, when I looked out the window, because I was facing one way, I noticed movement out of the corner of my eye, and I turned to look kind of behind me to the left, outside, and there's just a kangaroo hanging out there, like just hopping around. You know, you don't really get that in the suburbs, so the fact that, yeah, there was just a kangaroo there, like, that was beautiful. And also there was cows around as well. So the property we were on didn't have cows, but there were cows, like, literally over the fence right there. And you know, you could stand outside and you could moo, and a herd of cows would move back, and it was just the sweetest, most calming. I love cows. Cows are my second first favorite animal. My first favorite animal is a cat of any variety. But cows are my second first favorite animal. They are just so, I don't know, they're just so, like, giant puppies, basically. So sweet, so cute. And I once fed a calf, so I was on another farm for another reason, and the woman who owned the farm had cows and cats. Like, that woman is living my dream. But yeah, cows and cats, and we were actually there for a cat, and yeah, she was like, "Oh, do you guys want to feed Bert?" And I was like, "Who's Bert?" And she got this baby bottle, basically, and went outside, and there was this little calf out there, like, bigger than most dogs, bigger than a retriever, I would say. And yeah, she's like, "Who wants to feed Bert, the little calf?" And I died of happiness, because I did it. I fed Bert, and that was so many years ago. I was a youngish teenager, and let me tell you, I would not stop talking about that for like a month. People were getting so annoyed because all I would talk about would be Bert and how cute he was and how he was drinking from the bottle. And man, calves are strong. I need to maybe I do need to go back to the gym, build up muscles if I want cows to be able to feed them. But Bert was abandoned by his mum, unfortunately, so he needed to be hand fed. So he would just trot on over to the house and moo until she came outside to feed him. And I think that's so cute. I think that's the sweetest thing ever. He was obviously old enough to, like, take care of himself mostly, but yeah, he just needed a little bit of love. And that made me so I love cows so much. I always have. I don't know why, because again, I've grown up in the city. I say the city, in the suburbs. In Australia, in my mind at least, it is the city. Like, you either live in the city, yes, the suburbs, or you live in the outback. It's like city/suburbs, or you live somewhere rural. That's the two options in my head. But yeah, just know when I say city, I mean suburbs. I've never grown up actually in the city anywhere I've lived, but yeah, very close to, as most people live close to a city of some sort. And yeah, I don't know how I became obsessed with cows, because I don't even know if I've ever seen a cow as a young kid. Like, it just, I'm not sure that ever happened, but yeah, absolutely obsessed with them. And I would absolutely love to have a cow. Like, I mean, not a cow. Most animals, you need multiple. Most animals are group animals. I mean, if you have, like, I don't know, a mantis shrimp, you probably want only one because they're vicious little creatures. But maybe you have two of them. But yeah, in some places it's actually illegal to like, in some places it's illegal to only own one hamster. You have to have two, because most animals are social creatures. So yeah, I have a little herd of cows, little herd of chickens. I don't eat eggs. I don't like eggs, but I do like to bake, and I think having eggs to put in I would love to do that. So yeah, I really think one day I'm gonna end up with a little farm. It's not gonna be like a proper farm where I actually, I am mass producing all these animals and whatever, but it's sort of like a farm where, okay, I have cows because I love cows and they're awesome, and I have chickens because they lay eggs and whatnot. But I think I would have a produce farm, like not necessarily, I say produce, a fruit and veg sort of farm, and it wouldn't be anything like, one of these massive wheat farms or whatever, but I would have a garden that I could just wander around in and harvest the things myself, and I wouldn't need to like hire people, so it wouldn't need to be a massive property. Like, yes, I would need a paddock or two for the cows that is quite large, and I'm okay with that, but I also kind of want to leave the nature as nature. I really love to be able to just step outside and breathe in fresh air. I love the idea of being able to walk for 10 minutes. Can't see my house anymore. I could just pop up a tent right there and then and sleep under the stars, basically. But that also does mean I can walk for 10 minutes and shower and go to the toilet in a proper toilet. And I know that might sound a little princessy, but like I said, I grew up in a city. I'm gonna want that sort of stuff. So to me, it makes perfect sense. Like, it's the best of all the worlds. And I've been talking with some of my current roommates, and some of them are like, yeah, I would love to live on a farm with these sorts of things and that sort of thing. And I was like, well, we could just group together and get a giant farm and split it up between us and like live like that. That would be kind of cool and fun, don't you think? So yeah, there's small to it's just a dream at the moment, but I would love to live on a farm. Maybe like 2 hours away from a city. I don't drive, but like still not too far. Like if there's an emergency and I need someone to come to my rescue, like I don't know, a cow broke my leg or something like that, I'm gonna need to go to a hospital, and I'm sure there are hospitals in small towns and places like that, but if I need a big hospital, let's say I get, I don't know, pneumonia or something like that, I'm gonna need a bigger hospital. So it's only like 2 hours away, and if I do end up at the smaller hospital, they can take care of me and get me set up before I get transported. Like I'm not that worried. And even if I do get sick again, it's 2 hours away, and I can move back to whatever city that is. But yeah, the place that I woke up, like waking up and hearing so many birds, like, yes, that would probably get annoying real quick, but it was really nice, because when I wake up here, I hear my neighbors arguing, or I hear dogs barking, or I hear traffic, and it's just, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And where we were staying, you could, like, it was near the road. It was a dirt road, but it was near the road, and people use that road semi-frequently, so I would still be aware of, like, okay, people exist. And I like that. I like knowing that people are still there, but I just don't want people constantly there. I'd like to just have a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of fresh air, a little bit of relaxation, and again, going outside. I could literally just go for a walk around my property, and I've done my big old walk. I would probably have to do that regularly to check on all the animals and take care of them and the crops, and that's the way I was looking for, a crop farm. And yeah, I've talked about having a little like a farmer's market thing where I like take all my produce and I go to the market and I sell it. and that would mean I'd be back in the city for a little bit. Maybe not in the city, but like suburbs at least. Just interacting with people and having fun. And, you know, connecting with people in society and life again. So, you know, I think it would be, yeah, pretty fun, pretty nice, and pretty enjoyable. But, yeah, let me know. If you live in a rural property, what's the realities of it? What are the things that I'm probably not thinking of? Because there's probably a million things I'm not thinking of. Like, poor internet access, definitely, for sure. And, you know, getting to places. Like, right now, it's a half an hour round trip to walk to the shops. But to get to shops from rural properties, it's probably half an hour drive. Just driving. So yeah, I do get like things are different, but definitely let me know down below what are things that you think I'm probably not thinking of. But anyway, we're getting close to when my game crashes and I lose this entire build. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this build or my rambling, definitely make sure to let me know by subscribing or leaving a comment down below on your thoughts on this build. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. But yeah, until then, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.